Hey Mike, so I just wanted to shoot you a quick video just to kind of go over a lot of the stuff that we've been going back and forth with via text and some other overall conversations. So I wanted to clear that all up this week. So obviously we're getting into protein this week. I'm sure you watched my other videos, but this is specifically for you. So you're currently 175 pounds, which I did my algorithms off you being 10 pounds leaner than that. So we're a little incorrect. So take your regular scale weight, which we just call this total mass because that's everything together, times your fat mass, which I'm assuming is about 8%. So if you times that, it gives you 141 pounds. So that is your lean body, well, not your lean body mass, but that's just your body without any fat. So we get 14 as the final number. Sorry, I thought it said 141. It's been a long day. So 175 times 0.08% gives us 14 pounds of fat on your body, which isn't a lot. And a lot of that is necessary fat, like fat that's in your organs, fat that protects you. Like when you get a hit, there's a small layer of subcutaneous fat that we all have when you absorb a hit in like lacrosse or something like that. So we take that 14 pounds and we minus it from your total mass, because this is your fat mass. Okay, so we take your fat mass, because that's your percentage of fat times total mass is fat. That's 14 pounds. And we get 161 pounds. So that is your lean body mass. That is you. That is fat, tissue, and skeletal structure, and all of those things, like your skeleton needs protein, bone density, all those things. So for you to just support your body, you would need to eat, just support your current body, it's 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. You're 160, 1 pound. 161 is the basic number you need to eat to sustain. Now, in most bodybuilding forums, you'll find all this stuff. If you want to know the real deal with protein, look up Jose Antonio at Florida. He's the head of the ISSN. He's actually my mentor, and I do all of my soon-to-be PhD work with him, okay? So if you really want to know about protein, I mean, they just did a protein with males where they are, I think, consuming over 4 times the body weight. So people are consuming like 600 grams of protein and nothing happened to them. So there's really, I mean, you know, it is an absurd amount, but they actually gained a lot of muscle. They lost a lot of fat because protein is has the thermic effect of food. So it actually helps burn food up for you. So let's say you take a piece of chicken and it's 100 calories. 30%, that's a thermic effect. That's your metabolism. 30% of your body, energy needs to break down that 100 calories. So if you have 100 calories, this is why protein is so important. Okay, the thermic effect, 30% of my body needs to break down that, which means really, that's only 70 calories. So you could be eating all this protein, but 30% of it is kind of going out the door with metabolism and the energy needed to burn it up. So what we're trying to do is, to start, what I need you to do is, are you near that number? All right? And if you're not, the first thing we're going to do is bump it up to 1.5, which would be around 200 grams. And that's what I was saying in the PDF. This is the number that I want to get to, but if you're not near there now, jumping to 200 grams of protein is going to destroy your stomach. So step 1, I need to know where you're at. So you have to log and be really meticulous. The only reason I'm doing it is that so you understand. You're like, oh shit, I was eating, 6 ounces of protein when I thought I was eating 8. So all those little bits over time add up to why you're not at the goal that you want to be at. So all of those little things matter in the beginning. And then after a while, you'll never have to weigh or measure your food because you'll know exactly what things are supposed to look like on a plate. We just usually guess. There's no guessing when you seriously want to put on muscle. You have to know your numbers, and once you know them, then you won't have to ever know them again. But in the beginning, it's just like learning anything. Science and math, there are some back-end work that you're going to have to do in order for you to get the goal. So our goal is to get to 200. To tell you the truth, I only think it would take a week or two because of how young you are, for your digestive system to be able to handle that. And I just wanted to clear up as well your workout nutrition. So the workout nutrition is a scoop of BCAAs with a scoop of the gym. The dextrose I recommended. You're having that during your workout. And then afterwards, immediately, you're having a post-workout meal and or drink. Okay, so this helps bridge the gap between when you get fed next. I'm actually going to drive your post-workout meal up to 50-50. 50 grams of carbs and 50 grams of protein. Now, pretty easy way you can do that. You can do that with a shake and a meal. If you don't want to eat like 50 grams of chicken, because I know that's a lot, or you don't want to have 50 grams in a protein shake because it might just crush your stomach, why not do both? There's many ways you can do this. What I used to do when I was gaining lean mass was I would drink actually right here, I would drink one of these shakes with 25 grams of protein in it and then eat like 2 breasts of chicken. Okay, so that's an easy way for you to kind of get it down, but it's so important, and especially if you want to gain, if you really want to put on some size, eating becomes quite a bit of a chore. All 3 of my brothers played football, and they all put on about 30 to 40 pounds while they're in high school, but I used to remember they would get up in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock and eat 3 peanut butter sandwiches with jelly, that each one of them, the way that they did it was almost like 500 calories. They'd eat 3 of those, so it was 1,500 calories. Then they'd slam a Weight Gainer 2000 shake, which was another, I think, 2,000 calories. So that while they were sleeping, they would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and shove in at least 5,000 calories, which seems absolutely nuts, but they did pack on 30 pounds in 3 years, which is pretty substantial, 10 pounds a year. So that's just their nighttime routine. They were just constantly eating. I think as big as my little brother got was 205, and he's right now is like a man. He was like 185. So his natural weight is right around yours, 175, and he was able to get to 205. It took him 3.5 years, but he was eating, like I said, he would do that midnight snack a lot. But first, again, like we've got to get your macros down, then we can worry about like driving calories, because we want the calories to come from the right place. You have a lot of guys that'll dirty bulk, they call it. They just kind of get like soft and fat looking, where you don't want to do it. You want to put on lean, clean mass. We don't want to do it a dirty way. We want to do it a slow and consistent way. That's really the only way to put on lean mass over time. You can do it really well. And the best thing is to take pictures every like 3 months. You can actually start to see like your delts fill out a little bit more. You can start to see more development on the quads. You should look at, there's one of my other colleagues that I talk with a lot about like bodybuilding competition is Layne Norton. Look at him, Layne Norton. He has Bio Layne. Look at his legs before he started training legs and after. He's one of the guys too that had to put on lots and lots of weight because he was naturally kind of skinny. So when you have that type of body structure, it's really tough to gain weight, but it's totally possible because you have to just train your body to accept a lot of calories. If it only gets used to a certain amount, and you might even have periods of time where you've eaten a lot and then down, and you're like, I've eaten a lot, and then some days you're like, man, I don't even think I had a sandwich today. Your body won't, it's got to be consistent, and that's why I think this is really great, because we can work you up to a consistent platform and then gently keep driving those numbers up, and you're going to see your size go out and out and out and out. All right, so I hope that explains everything. So this is where we get all these numbers from. I want to clarify exactly how we're doing it and what the end objective is. And during the next couple of days, start tracking as religiously as possible, because once protein is figured out, carbs are going to be easy for you. Vegetables will be something we can cover at a different time. I really want to get your protein and your carb ratios rounded out. Then we'll get fats, and it's very easy to then build a system from there.